TVS ஸ்கூட்டி அளிக்கிறது உங்களுக்கு சாலையில் அதிகரித்த கண்ட்ரோலும் மகிழ்ச்சியுடன் பாதுகாப்பான பயணமும்.
Hi, I'm Sreekar Prasad. You're watching me on Moviebuff Short Talk. Vandhiyathevan chase in the film Ponniyin Selvan. It was conceived as a chase and because there is so much action, other action in the film, we always wanted it to have a very what you call entertaining value to that particular chase, because each character we thought should have a different way of behavior and action, so that it's not doesn't fall, all the action doesn't fall into one particular zone. Like Aditya Karikalan was supposed to be a violent fighter who was always looking at conquering and killing violence, while Ponniyin Selvan was more of a settled person who uses his brain and goes and does what the emperor asks him to do. While Vandhiyathevan was a very sort of a different character who was what you would call lively character, who would talk himself through situations or create situations where he can get into different locations and things like that, because he was given a job to go. So in the film, this particular scene of Vandhiyathevan was where he gets caught, or rather he doesn't get caught, he is taken away to be put in prison by the Chinna Padavetiyar. So when that is happening, how he hoodwinks the guards and runs away is the scene. So we thought it should be of a very entertaining nature, so that it gives a very much change from the action which we have shown before, and that is what we tried to achieve in it. It had all the ingredients of a very brisk chase, but he's not hurting anybody, he's not killing anybody, he's just escaping from them, because his character is not such that he wants to actually hurt or kill anybody like that, you know. And then while it was being done, I think we wanted to get the real feel of the marketplace. He's running through market, he's running through houses, he's running through buildings, everything. That to create required a little bit of brainstorming and discussion to see how to get to that particular zone of action. Not only that, the director, while he's shooting, he created pauses in between, no? So that it's not like one staccato chase. There is a little bit of chase and then you feel that the chase is over, but again it starts off. Like it happens once when he jumps and then he drinks some more and buttermilk, where you actually explain to the audience also the situation in that place, where you talk about Sembai and Madhavi and how she is giving free buttermilk to the people and things like that. So somewhere we are trying to get the story across in that particular section, and then again the chase starts, and then again he goes through a little bit of action, and then when he arrives at the top and you feel that the chase is over, then you see the soldiers coming back and ultimately he jumps. So there was always that, you know, it's not like a staccato chase, but it has those pauses and then it comes back, the chase, to make it much more interesting, you know. That was the whole point of conceiving this sequence. We had maybe one or two more breaks in the action, where in the beginning of the action, where we had the same stop and start sort of action, but I think we toned it down to make it this much is enough. That's the basic thing we arrived at, you know, to make it interesting. When it finally got released in the theater also, you know, there was this adrenaline rush and all these pauses worked big time, I thought, because people enjoyed, you know, when the unexpected happens, the people do get excited about it, you know. So you know that there's it is more of a sort of a jovial sort of action part, where you're enjoying it and then you have this break, and then when it comes back, you know. So I thought it worked well with the audience. The scene is very important from the point of view of the narrative also, is because this is where you actually show what he is capable of. Vandhiyathevan is capable of in the scheme of things, because he is given a job to take a particular message to 2-3 different people, and in his journey, how he maneuvers and how he gets out of trouble and how he falls into the other group, all this travel. So in the travel we thought that this would add the element of feeling that he is capable of winning wars, capable of getting his way through this thing, and also later you will see that he has a way of talking himself out of trouble also.
டிவிஎஸ் ஸ்கூட்டி அளிக்கிறது உங்களுக்கு சாலையில் அதிகரித்த கண்ட்ரோலும் மகிழ்ச்சியுடன் பாதுகாப்பான பயணமும்.